Hey there guys, we are here for the 8th of 8th Syrian Gateway and Lionsgate light activation. I am in the mountains. I'm just actually returning home from the intense climbing and mountaineering and hiking, whatever. I was just breathing, and when I came to the top I saw some of the light chips, well, cloud chips. They're usually, behind the clouds, and you can see that recording at the end of the video. But for now, I just shortly, very briefly want to say that, again, repeat that the Syrian energy is very intense now. We have a huge heat wave here in Slovenia, and they are saying, I was just listening on the radio when I was driving to the mountain space, that we're actually going to have a record today, 42 degrees. I didn't actually feel it because I was in the mountains and it was sunny and windy and perfect degrees actually. But in the lowlands it was that much, and they were saying that it wasn't that intense and that hot for 50 years, no, for 70 years, since 1950. And it's very amazing because when I was sitting on the top of the mountain, I asked, why is it so hot now? And the answer came that it's because of the Sirius alignment, and it's never been as intense as now. And it's funny that this was 70 years ago, so in the 1950s when the first waves of volunteer souls started coming in. So that's all in compliance, and it's all matching and adding up and making perfect sense. So I was just, when I was on top of the mountain, I wasn't really, besides looking at the cloud chips, I was just guided to lay down on the mountain rocks, literally rocks. There isn't rocks. I pulled one out. I'm sorry, ants. This is your home. But I was just guided to put one hand on my heart and another one on my belly, and to just breathe in these energies and to activate them. And then this moment came, and I was just urged to go. The wind. What can you do? We are in the mountains and it's windy. And then what happened was I was just guided to leave all of a sudden, and when I was returning up on this perfect spot with the grass and overlooking the view, and I was guided to the energies that I was activating and receiving, because I'm always intending to be a perfect conduit and channel, and to ground these energies here on earth and to live them and embody them and share them in my purpose and my journey. I was guided to then integrate those energies, just sitting there for a while, feeling the energy going up the spine area. And I would just want to say a few words about this energy if you haven't been aware enough yet, or just didn't have time to focus more on that. It's like so many people are now talking about it, just like it was with the Star of David alignment. Now it's the Sirius alignment. Now that's what's going to happen next. It's true. It is. It's always something. But when a portal opens, the energy really shifts. And I felt it again today, because as I was sitting, it wasn't that windy. And then I was lying, and then I felt urged to go, because it's like the climate changed, the energy changed. All of a sudden, it's like something came out, and I'm like, okay, I have to go. So the energy really shifted. And if you're observing yourself, I'm sure you have felt when the energy shifted in your part of the world, because the vortices are everywhere, and I felt how these cloud chips were there for a reason, how they were showing me that something is happening, and I kept saying, oh gosh, show me signs, make something out of the clouds so I can identify. It was really funny, and I was enjoying myself really a lot today. It was a beautiful day. And when I want to focus this short activation, it's going to be really short. Lately I'm not guided to do long ones. It's just a focused group intent. It doesn't matter if you will be seeing it after the 8th of 8th, because it's still ongoing. It's until the 12th of August, but still it's an energy matrix. It's the energy pattern that we are receiving and we're embodying. It doesn't matter. The portal's open, and then what you do with it, how you embody it in your own time and space, is your thing. It's your own responsibility, homework. So let's just say that this is, the number 8, and when it's doubled or even tripled sometimes, what it represents, of course, is infinity symbol and the infinite abundance. And everybody now is talking about August being the month of infinite abundance. Well, I'm not seeing those signs yet, although everybody's saying that with this energy shift, something's going to really change, even in our finances. It's like the most trivial way as we see abundance is finances, which is just one tiny percent. Abundance is freedom to do what you came here to do for your soul, to have what you need, and that's it. So to be free to live as who you truly are, that's really abundant. So if sometimes you feel you need something and you're not receiving it, then you don't feel yourself as abundant. So I feel that this gateway is really bringing us that inner source of empowerment, so we can be free beings who can manifest anything, but not through manifesting through just the law of attraction, but really manifesting through the personal freedom that we possess when we remember who we truly are, and that we are free beings, that we don't owe anything or anyone anything, you know? So this abundance is directly connected with that link of your personal freedom, which of course comes through your inner empowerment. It's all one, actually. When you become an empowered being, you start living your freedom, you start embracing yourself as the true soul that you are, and then abundance flows to you. Because it doesn't just flow from somewhere externally, like this wind. It's just you creating it, because you possess new awareness. You're tapping into something different. The consciousness is different. So therefore you are experiencing everything differently. And I've been seeing, people are still talking a lot about, it's time to manifest. I'm just gonna wait a while. The burst of wind comes, let's just learn to wait. Okay, just going with the flow of the wind. I'm still hearing people talk about creating business, you deserve the best, you deserve all the money in the world, you deserve this and that. But the actual truth, when I think of it deeper, I was never guided towards such teachings. And of course, it's true, you do deserve everything, but it's not all about money. And it's about deserving that freedom. For me, it's freedom. If I had to do my spiritual business, people are saying, create your spiritual business. When you're really walking your soul path, you don't see that as a business. I'm really sorry to say that. And the energies are saying this as well. It's your purpose. It's not business. You cannot identify it as business, okay? So what I want to do with this light activation, how I was guided with the assistance of the Syrians and all the gatekeepers, of course. It's not just the Syrians, but they were showing me a huge dolphin in the sky. Then, after I asked, I forgot to tell you this. I was like, oh, is that a dolphin? And it represents the Syrian energy and the joy and the frequency of purity. And I always identify with that a lot, and that playfulness. Oh gosh, tell me about it. But anyway, not to come too far off the subject. And before darkness falls and I need to return, before the foxes come again, I wouldn't like to see this, because the landscape is pretty similar. So I bet they're out there somewhere watching me. Anyway, yeah, the playfulness. About this, what I want to bring with this activation is what, not me as Polona, but what I was guided through spirit to bring through, is that sense of infinite abundance through personal freedom. Okay? And I feel this is what this gateway really brings us. And maybe some people feel something else because they're in another level of awareness, and that's fine. I'm not saying mine is right and theirs is wrong. There is no such thing. I'm just saying there's different stages of awakening to your true self, and different levels of ascension integration. So your true soul integration in this body. So let's just drop everything, I hope you'll be able to hear me. I hope the wind will cooperate. The mountains, the energy is pure. I'll show you a quick tour of this. It's amazing. It's like this valley amongst the mountains, and it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. So let's just stay. We're just going to do actually, a short, intention-based, soul-based activation through our heart space. And what I want you to do is not complicate with any of the things you're doing, with activating, with thinking that it needs to be this complicated process, because sometimes I'm noticing that people fall for what seems very complicated and very, like wrapped in this beautiful aluminum foil and in glitter, and they think it's really has this value because it looks a certain way, when they think that simplicity has no value. But actually the greatest price is in pricelessness, and this is simplicity. So in truth, when we're connected to our core, it's all about simplicity. And it's not something to be sold and say, this is something really extravagant, it's worth paying $100 for. It's really not that way when you live in personal freedom, because the things that you will cherish the most will flow through simplicity. So I hope this light activation will help us exactly with that. And I just want us to close our eyes for a bit. And the wind, I know you want to cheer us for us, But let's just cop right now in just a few moments that we're gonna make this decree. Just take a few deep breaths, whatever you feel guided to. And connect to your higher heart, which is your Christed heart. Connect to that pink lotus in front of your chest. You can even touch it with your hands a bit to feel it pulsating, the energy that is flowing. And we're going to connect to creating infinite abundance and prosperity in all ways through the sacred heart space, through that higher heart essence, not the lower heart, and not the lower heart desires, but the higher heart desires, where we're focused on the greater good of all concerned and the highest good of all within all creation. So if you're guided to do this, if not, then just let it go. It's not for you. But then come in your space. You can hold your heart. You can just rest your hands beside your body. And just feel yourself for a moment. Is this what your heart wants? If you're ready, you will feel it. You will feel it flow to you. But know that when you make certain conscious intentions, you got to take responsibility for them and then walk that path, not just giving intent, but then, it lacks energy, it lacks structure. We are becoming really empowered beings, so we need to have devotion established in our body matrix. So what we do now is we envision something we really, truly, truly desire, whatever it is. And we understand that if it's coming from our soul, it's already true. Because it is a soul desire, it is a soul vision, it is already there. It's just a matter of divine timing. But now what we do is we hold this vision for ourselves and the grander good of all. Because it is of service if it is in that nature. And then we just draw it forth from our ethereal soul self into our sacred heart space. We feel it like it's descending there. And it's all wrapped up in magenta light, because magenta is that higher heart color and frequency, of course. And then just feel that this heart, soul, desire is coming from your space of infinite soul abundance. And now we can all make the conscious intent that infinite abundance, which is of course soul abundance, flows to us and through us right here and now. And that the power and energy establishment through integration of the Sirius alignment and the Lion's Gate, that this assists us in anchoring this fully in our body matrix, while fully understanding the nature of such awareness. And how we now co-create with our higher heart essence, and how this is the only thing that we really need for infinite abundance. We don't need to seek externally outside of ourselves anymore. All we have is within, and we create through our soul essences. So we are soul essence based human divine beings. So now we feel that we're sitting like in the middle of the vortex, which is this Lion's Gate energy rippling out. It's kind of like bluish of color. The Syrian color has a lot to do with blue, even how the star Sirius shines, how we see it in the skies. And the blue is also the color of truth, so the infinite abundance comes through truth, through soul frequency of truth, divine truth and integrity. And now we see ourselves sitting in the spiraling vortex of this blue electric light. And we feel nourished and all buzzing from this energy. The more relaxed that we are, the more that we can receive it. And then we feel that sitting in this spiral and being aware of this and integrating this, all the infinite abundance is already ours. because we are this abundance. We don't need to have businesses. All we need is to sit eternally and creatively and through awareness, of course, in this infinite abundance flow through our personal vortex, which is being strengthened by so many other vortices now opening up. And this Syrian alliance and alignment is assisting us with our inner power, our self-empowerment and integration, which of course is directly linked with this infinite abundance flow. It comes to us through creativity, through infinite joy, like the dolphins also represent, and also in the gentle wings of our angelic self and our fairy self, all these aspects that contribute to our creative flow. So now we feel also guided and ready to drop the word striving for goals, definitions, and businesses. We let that go. We are ready to let that go. And we exchange these words with the words of the higher heart essence, which are the soul purpose. All is encompassed in the soul purpose frequency already. So with the assistance of this gateway and the opening portal that we're now all sitting in, allowing it to nourish us, to feed us, and the blue light of truth to activate us and propel us forward, that from this moment on we're fully devoted to living through our higher heart and create from that space. Create through our vibration, not externally. Create through soul essences, and therefore always being infinitely supported. And we also exchange the word financial abundance, or whatever kind of financial attribute we still give to the word abundance, and exchange it with personal freedom. Because when we are fully free, we're already abundant. That is what it means. So we just now surrender even more. Breathe this intent. Hold it in the sacred heart space in front of us, in front of our chest. But what we also do is through that blue cord electric light, we reverberate it out into the vast cosmos. We give our signal to all creation that we're ready to do this. And we do this now. And because this cord is of the electric blue light of truth, therefore this is our truth here and now. And so it is decreed. It is so. And we understand, and we have the awareness, and we integrate, and we embody infinite abundance that comes and flows to our soul. Thank you for doing this light activation with me, and with all of nature, with all of creation. And that's it. Have a beautiful time. Enjoy your sacred space and the flow of your infinite abundance. There's so much love. Embrace it. Bye. And this is the space where our beautiful light activation took place. Yep, surrounded by mountains in this valley. It's also, again, such a beautiful valley. And I'm actually, I'll show you where I'm sitting. This camera isn't wide enough, but I'm sitting on this rock. It's rock with a view. And it's very nice, actually. You see? I was sitting there on top, so it's kind of cool. No foxes this time yet. And there's this like a ladder that you climb on this space, on this spot. And the moment I saw it, you know, here it is, here's the ladder, and the moment I saw it, I just knew that this is where the current activation is going to take place. So this is how it looks, and I hope I don't fall here somewhere. These are the mountains, and this is the valley. So guys, sending you a really warm embrace of these beautiful mountains. And look, I can see a face in this beautiful guy. Can you see it? Oh gosh, it has 2 eyes, has a nose, and its lips. You see, and this is his head. How cute is that? You know, I always see these faces in rocks and trees and everything. I want to show you these clouds. Do you see? These are not... Look. Haha. Look what awaited me when I came here. Light ships. Sky ships. Oh no, I have a really pretty one for you there. I hope it can zoom in. Do you see this? It is amazing. And this is my view from the top of the mountain. It's too windy, so I can't record the video and the light activation here, so I'll have to go down below, pick a spot. I hope you can at least hear me now, at least a bit. This is my view today. It looks like a desert. Do you see? We have like 40 degrees Celsius today. It's a record. And it's just how it is. The Sirius is working its magic. Let's ask this beautiful cloud ship what it's bringing, you know, what its message is for all of us. And I'll receive more through, you know, I put an intent out there, and I'll receive more in the light activation. Yeah, so... I can't believe, you know, I just reached the peak and I look up and whoa, holy cow, look at this. And the sky is full of this misty, you know, it's like working on the grids, and it's just, you know what I'm noticing? I'm not even seeing so many, not solar flares, silly, with the chemtrails, yeah. I'm not seeing so many anymore. It's very interesting. There are things happening, and I just love this one. Don't you just love it? People don't know the magic is everywhere. We are surrounded. I keep asking this. I say, Sirius, what do you have to say to me? You know, speak up. I can't hear you. Yeah. So that's it. I'm sending you mountain greetings from beautiful space, the mountains, like always. It was a very sacred, like, pilgrimage to walk. Barefoot now. Shoes here. Ouch. Feet sore.